watch party, local fans headed to Hard Rock to watch Super Bowl 59.
New Heat introducing the newest additions to the Miami Heat roster.
Fish family, Miami Marlins fans gather for their annual fest right before their season starts. All of this and more on the sideline.
Hello South Florida and welcome to the Sideline, the place where you get all the highlights for your South Florida teams. I'm Mia Florian.
And I'm Nicolette Esper, and the Sideline starts now.
This year, the biggest NFL game might have been played in New Orleans. However, fans in Miami enjoyed the game locally at the Hard Rock.
Yes, and Sidelines reporter Sabrina Lozano chatted with Miami football fans at the Verizon Super Bowl Fan Fest. Take a look.
It's Super Bowl Sunday here at the Hard Rock Stadium, and fans are here for more than just the game. The Verizon Super Bowl Fan Fest is packed with excitement, from live performances to football fanatics. But behind the big screens and celebrations, there's more to just the game. The excitement is in the air at the Verizon Super Bowl Fan Fest, where fans have come together to celebrate the biggest night in football. Whether they're here for the game, the halftime show, or just the atmosphere, everyone has a story to tell.
Well, my good buddy works for Verizon, and he scored tickets. I'm actually from Wilmington, North Carolina, so I flew here, and he lives in Cocoa Beach. So we drove down here, and I mean, look around. This is better than my living room.
Football legends like Jason Taylor are also part of the action, sharing their thoughts on what makes this event so special.
Just speaking from my own experience playing 15 years, only making one AFC championship game and didn't do that until my 13th season. It's very, very difficult to get that far. It's a very long season. Guys get beat up. There's a lot of things that go into it. So the teams that do make it this far are to be commended for a lot of reasons. People like to do Super Bowl parties and hang out and watch the game or watch commercials or whatever it may be that brings you to the game. But this is a perfect opportunity for to get together. Verizon has these fan fests that everybody, big, small, men, women, and children, everyone can come hang out together and have a great time.
The Super Bowl isn't just about what happens on the field. It's about the fans, the atmosphere, and the unforgettable moments. I'm Sabrina Lozano for Caplin News.
In an absolutely stunning turn of events at Super Bowl 59, the Eagles completely dominated the Kansas City Chiefs. This morning, I for sure thought we were going to be talking nonstop about Pat Mahomes, but the quarterback in the conversation is Jalen Hurts. Eagles got a first touchdown with a tush push. They had a 33-point lead for a majority of the game, and then we saw a gorgeous 46-yard touchdown that secured the 40-22 game win for the Eagles. The Chiefs just couldn't get it done, and Eagles sacked Mahomes 6 times for the win.
This morning, the Heat are walking into arguably their toughest week of the season as they face Boston tonight at home and will travel to Oklahoma City this Wednesday. But don't worry, Miami, help is on the way. Early yesterday morning, Davion Mitchell, Kyle Anderson, and Andrew Wiggins had their introductory press conference. Wiggins, a former NBA champion and all-star forward, said that he was excited about joining Heat culture.
You hear great things about, the Heat culture and, how they unlock players, how you get better as you come here. And that's what we're about. We work hard. We want to get better. We want to win. And, this is the perfect place for that.
Wiggins is set to make his debut tonight against the Celtics at 7:30.
Taking it over to the ice, the Panthers, who took the 5-1 win over the Senators last night. They had after a slow first, Florida exploded in the second, scoring 3 unanswered goals to take control. Their defense shut down Ottawa's defense, holding them to just 1 goal. Bobrovsky stood tall with 26 saves, and Lundell's empty netter sealed the deal. Matthew Tkachuk continues to stand out, scoring consecutively in the past 6 games, and the Panthers are now headed into the break with momentum, winning 8 of the last 11 games.
Inter Miami dominated Club Olympia after a 5-0 win in Honduras. Messi, Redondo, and Allen scored before halftime, while Suarez and Saylor added 2 more in the second. Tyler Hall made his first team debut, and Gonzalo Lujan played his first game for the club. Miami now heads back to the U.S. to face Orlando City on February 14th.
And an opening weekend tournament featuring two Power 4 schools in Indiana and Iowa State, the FIU softball team finished 4-1. After starting their season in thrilling fashion by beating Indiana 4-3 off of a walk-off error, the Panthers would find themselves the next night down 5-6 to Iowa State at the bottom of an extra inning. Callie Meredith stepped up to the plate hoping to make some magic happen, and well...
Season All-CUSA selection begins the inning. Slaps it right back to the pitcher. Meredith racing it out. Coming to the plate. Simone scores and the game is tied. Look at Meredith go. Look at Meredith go. She's going to try to win it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
The Cardiac Cats of FIU then shut out the Stony Brook Seawolves as part of Junior Kennedy Bird's amazing opening weekend. They would then lose to Iowa State in the rematch on Saturday, but would close out the weekend with a 9-8 win against Stony Brook. Now we're switching over to our famous segment, biggest wins and L's of the week. I'm going to start this week. Now, I thought that today we were going to be talking all about Patrick Mahomes, for sure. I didn't think this would be the outcome that we see. Definitely did not think that this was how the game was going to go. I couldn't take my eyes off of the TV. The defense was tight. We saw Cooper DeJean, who had a pick six on his 22nd birthday. What an amazing catch. Jalen Hurts had won MVP. Exactly, he made it happen. He had touchdown. This is exactly what needed to happen. 4-22 win. Awesome game.
Amazing.
Go ahead, and you want to go ahead with your W.
My W is going to be Dominican Republic's win in the Caribbean Series this past Friday. They won their 23rd title. The Leones played against Mexico in Mexicali in a tight game that ended 1-0. And it's crazy because Mexico was undefeated the whole series, and including a win over Dominican Republic as well in an earlier match. But in the top of the third inning of the final game, Mexico's starter Manny Bañuelos issued 3 consecutive walks, loading all bases with no outs, basically setting the field up perfectly for DR. Robinson Cano made the double play and Junior Lake scored the run. The Dominicans hold the spot of the most championships in the series along all other participating countries. You can never underestimate Dominican Republic in baseball.
I mean, I love the Caribbean season. Such a great time. They're always so excited, the fans.
Always.
Speaking about fans, my biggest L of the week is going to the Philadelphia Eagle fans, unfortunately. I know it was their 5th Super Bowl appearance. They won. Amazing game, but after less than 2 weeks after the plane crashes, the city got set on fire by their own citizens. It's just not a good look. We know how dangerous that this team can be. You had a 33-point lead majority of the game, but why? Why treat it like that?
That's the right timing, right?
I know. How about you, Mia?
Well, for my L, we're going to take it back to Saturday night at UFC 312, where Sean Strickland lost the title shot for the middleweight champion to Dricus du Plessis. For the second time, actually.
Oh, wow.
Knowing that du Plessis took that same belt from Strickland last year in UFC 297, I was expecting a comeback to take his belt back, but du Plessis took over, even breaking Strickland's nose. Bad. And Strickland couldn't get any significant strikes in and lost by decision. He remains second in the middleweight rankings after du Plessis, but I'm sure he won't be getting any title shot soon. So
yeah, that was a super bloody fight.
It was.
So for sure. Next, we have to go to break, but stick around because here's what's next on the sideline.
People who love the Marlins around me too, surrounded by fans, love it here.
Marlins Mania, a look into the annual Fan Fest before the Fishes season begins. Sideline will take a timeout and be back in just 2 minutes.
I could really use a new tablet. I just don't have the money. let me ask you something. Do you have a Pell Grant?
Yes.
You do know you can get a free tablet, right?
Did you say free?
Yeah, free. It's simple. And the application is done in the store.
I could really use a tablet.
Go get one. Another satisfied customer. Stop by PantherTech in the Graham Center at FIU MMC today to speak with one of our associates to get your free tablet.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life. But how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have something called prediabetes. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Welcome back. The Marlins kicked off the weekend with their annual Fan Fest, treating fans to a day of autographs, activities, and more.
Yes, our Caplin News reporter Jose Carlos Rodriguez has more on the story.
With the 2025 season around the corner, the Miami Marlins are celebrating their Fan Fest here at Lone Depot Park, an event where fans get to meet some of their favorite players, enjoy some live music, and get a glimpse of Miami Live, a new entertainment and dining hub coming for 2026. Let's take a look. The Lone Depot Park welcomed thousands of people this weekend to celebrate the Marlins Fan Fest, a day of baseball, entertainment, and community with batting cages, autographs, and more, bringing fans together.
I've been watching the Marlins since I was a kid. Been a huge fan of their players. Love the atmosphere, and I love that there's people who love the Marlins around me too. Surrounded by fans. Love it here.
For many, this event was a chance to get closer to the team despite last season's challenges. Longtime fan like Henry Hernandez say it's moments like this that keep him connected to the Marlins.
I came here like 2 years ago to get also in Fan Fest. Got a couple autographs. Already got like 6 players. Honestly, just some good players that we got traded, but you know, you gotta still have hope.
Beyond the field, the Marlins are looking to transform the fan experience with Miami Live, a new entertainment and dining hub set to open next year. We took a look at what the future holds for fans with this new project.
It'll definitely bring a lot of people here, and it's something good to have around the ballpark, something that this ownership has promised for a while, to bring some things over to the ballpark so you could come outside after a game and have some fun out here at Miami Live.
For Marlins fans, today was all about getting closer to the team and getting hyped for next season. As for Miami Live, only time will tell if it'll be a game changer. Reporting for Caplin News, I'm Jose Carlos Rodriguez.
Welcome back. It's time for this week's game picks.
We take to Warren Okonyin for this insight on what's to come.
Thanks, guys. Well, the Boston Celtics are taking on the Miami Heat tonight. I know Boston is feeling confident after their win against New York in the Madison Square Garden. I got the Boston Celtics tonight. The Florida Panthers are the hottest team in the Eastern Conference, winning 7 of their last 10. I know they're feeling confident. I got the Florida Panthers winning tonight, taking on the Seattle Kraken. And lastly, Inter Miami is taking on Orlando City tonight. Inter Miami is looking to wrap things up in their cup friendlies. I got Inter Miami tonight. I'm Warren Okonyin, and this is the Sideline.
Just a reminder that if you want to keep up with updates, fun segments, and more from our crew, you can follow our Instagram for all things Sideline. Follow us at sideline.caplin. And that's it for today. I'm Nicolette Esper.
And I'm Mia Florian. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week on the Sideline.